Hey guys, I thought I would go over some of these Plano Edge boxes over here. You know, I know they've just came out. I was looking around on YouTube and I didn't really see very many reviews on them yet. So I thought it might help some of you guys if I kind of, looked at them. I have a good few here and gave you my opinion on how I think they are. So first of all, this is kind of how they come. This is the 3600 box. You can see it's got this nice little design here. It tells you what it does, water wicking. It opens pretty easily, one-handed. Opens up. You can see in here, nice big compartments, pretty good. Pre-cut dividers, they have holes in them too, as well as this little water wick over here. So this is supposed to suck up all the sorry guys. It's supposed to suck up all the wetness, and I think it's just a desiccant pack, like that comes in clothing packs. This box too is supposed to be impregnated with some kind of rust delaying device. But it looks pretty good. The reason this box isn't being used yet is because I got it from Amazon. It came with a hole in it right over here, as you can see, broken, but they are sending me a new one. So a little bit about the boxes here. These are more than 3600s. I'm a kayak guy. I fish out of a Seaghost 110, so I thought it was good to have two of these. I could throw them in the side of my boat where the bungee comes over. Also, I do have a black pack too, which goes in the back, and I figured, some of these bigger boxes might be helpful too. I'll kind of talk through these as well. But this is a 3600. Taking a look at this over here. Again, easy to open. I can see how this is great in a kayak. Normally in a kayak what I find you have to do is you kind of rest it on your knees. Then you pop the latches here and flip it over. But this looks great. First of all, it's a 3600, a Plano 3600 without that one kind of compartment here. So it's not going to fit a spinnerbait in it very well. However, these do all fit very nicely. Again, if you take a look over here in this other one here, I'm able to get some of the terminal tackle in. This is working well. I know they make their own box. I'd love to get it, and maybe one day I'll get a chance to try that out. A little something I've noticed about these latches, if you don't do it just right, it can kind of come off on the side. I don't know if I'm going to be able to repeat that for you guys, but it does happen. Again, you can see I kind of labeled these ones. I've tried two ways of labeling them. I'll show you on this one here. Just fix this. There we go. So, this is what the clear label looks like first. First things first, I'm going to show you with just a dry erase marker. See there, tackle. Looks good. Thing is, it very easily comes off. But if it's just hanging out somewhere, it's not too big of a deal. I have tried a permanent marker, Sharpie for example, and it does come off. It just takes a bit more work, and you kind of need to use a little bit of a cleaning agent with it. So I do think these are great. I think they're very strong, very, they're very good looking. They hold nice on other things, and if they're sitting up in something, they're not hard to read. Very, very easy, as you can see here. So, let's look at these other boxes over here. So we have a 3700. They're both the 3700 size, technically, I guess. You can kind of see that over here. I will say that this is a little bit larger if you take a look on the sides of it. At least, what I'm trying to say, horizontally, it looks like. So, this is the 3700. Great size, looks really good. Again, it's got those pre-cut dividers in it. This looks great. It really does. And I'm sure I'm going to use this a lot. I haven't got a chance to use it yet, but it does look good. It might be, some people might think that might be a gimmick, creating something that's already been done. But I have lost gear to water. It seeps in whether it's raining or it's your kayak gets wet. Just in general use, sometimes you can't just put it away as quickly as you can, or you need to put it away as quickly as you can, and that comes out to be a problem. So this is the crankbait box, the small crankbait box. It comes with one of these water wicks. I'm pretty sure you could pop these open, take the desiccant out, and heat it up in the oven for about 20 minutes, and it actually reuses it. I think just makes all the water evaporate. So I was a little bit confused on this. I do want to mention this does come out, so you guys can mess with it and change it however you like if you feel the need. Might be a good little dry box too. Alright, so I'm going to use these as an example. So this is a small crankbait box. Use some of these crankbaits here. I think this is a DT10. So what I've noticed is that some of the slots here are a little bit smaller than the ones in the middle. So for example, this will fit here, but if you put this in the middle here, it'll sink a bit deeper. So what I think I'm understanding with this box so far is that it's obviously going to have less capacity than the normal set 3700. That sits nice. This is a little bit bigger. I'm not too sure what this is. This might be some kind of fat bomber or some sort. Yeah, there we go. These sit nice. A little bit about this too. Let me grab a little bit of a bigger one and give you a better idea. See what we got here. So these are some jerk baits. I find these fit really well. They sit right in. Now, what I have noticed is if you do put a bigger one in, it won't always fit the way you think it will. So notice how this comes up. You can push this down, but it's always going to slide back up. So I noticed when you close this, take a look here, watch out. Oh, sorry dog. The dog got behind me there. But see, when you close this, you push down, it will press on the crankbaits. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. See, particularly on that crawdad colored one back there. I don't know if that's going to be a problem, but it does. You know, I still got to take two hands to latch it, I find. They do hold tight, nice and steady, as you can see. I mean, it's a very nice presentation. I think it's pretty secure, but I mean, the thing is, this layer is always going to be pushing down on your crankbait. And I don't know if this is going to mar the paint or dent it over time. I guess the theory is that it will push it down, and that should be fine. Theoretically, if it's pushing down, it should just kind of go into these grooves here, as you can see. But again, it's still pressure. I do find that this is really nice. Is it fits the rattle traps, or any kind of rattle trait, any kind of lipless crankbait really well. Assuming I can get these undone. Yeah. So this fits it really well here. That's perfect. That's ideal. And this is a great choice for that. Especially if you have a bunch of them. I don't know how great the capacity is. If you can take a look down here, you can see some of those trebles. They do go in different directions. So I think you do need to spread them out a bit. But again, you can see how this pops up. Just for that closure again. See, it pushes that one down. And latches in. But that's pretty nice. I've got to say, I'm definitely a fan. I'm sure you can get away with other baits too, to a certain extent. Anything really with trebles is a good choice, I think. I mean, here's a swim bait here, bull shad. Fits nice. I haven't tried a whopper plopper yet, but we can give it a shot. This is, I think, the 110. Yeah. This might be a bit too big, but this might be the size of some of your DT10s. Or not DT10s, sorry, your 6XDs. But yeah, I think it'll fit. This is more of a presentation I was talking about with how it sits. So it'll kind of just sit on top. It looks like the way generally for the bigger crankbaits, at least, is you just place it on top. And again, you close this, comes in, and pushes it down, and it does lock it in place. Again, assuming that's fine to press it down, then it's great. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message. I do other videos too on just some of the fishing in the area. I'm in the DMV. I will probably put out some more equipment reviews. I think those are pretty good, and there's a lot of videos that I wish I had when I started, or wish I had the ability to cease before I bought the products. But yeah, keep doing what you guys are doing. Take care.